So Diddy recently got people talking and started a discussion when he tweeted the question, who killed R&B? He recently went live with Summer Walker and Tory Lanez to discuss the future of R&B, and Summer shared that if she did make another album, she would want to do an album that has more of a soul feel, almost along the lines of Silk Sonic. Tory Lanez expressed that he wants to also do something different, which is why he took a different approach with his last project, Alone at Prom. Tory said people need to stand up as a community in order for R&B to not be so obsolete in the clubs. Tory also said R&B men are bougie. Diddy said that Tory is one of his favorite male artists because he is not afraid to do what he wants. Diddy also said that he plans to have a R&B camp in Miami for 3 weeks with different producers to basically teach people some of the fundamentals. In case you guys missed the live, I'll go ahead and play it next.
An easy road because I feel like I can't make the music that I really want to make. Niggas only get excited about like the poppy stuff or like the just, they get excited about the more upbeat stuff like, oh, this gonna go to radio, this gonna go to radio. But the shit I feel like that the people really want to hear, that want to connect to, they don't be excited about that. So
yeah. I think that's one of the things that I was trying to say on who killed R&B. Who killed the freedom of a vocalist of your stature being able to sing from her heart, you know what I'm saying, and following the footsteps of Aretha Franklin, Mary J. Blige, all of the greatest artists in the world, and you want to put out something that showcases your stuff that's comparable to the greats in the feeling and the emotion, and there is something that is a concerted effort to dumb down some of your greatness. That's what I was trying to get out of the conversation, because I feel like a lot of R&B is dumbed down in a sense. And when I speak to artists that have, like yourself, that have worked with me on the album, they're like, yo, man, I feel so good. I could just like sing the way I want to sing.
yeah.
And so, yeah.
I feel that. I really do.
Do you have to go through that? Like a lot where you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you have to put some cut on the soul?
Yeah. Even like I said I was never gonna do another album, but if I did do another album, like it would really be like some old school straight soul. Like thank God, like you said, for Silk Sonic. Like that type of shit is what I want to do. But I don't know if it'll go anywhere. But at least I had fun,
Yeah, and that's what the conversation is about. I want everybody to get that clear. You know what I'm saying? R&B is not dead. There are so many young artists, and anybody, hey, yo, Jeff, shout out to Jeff and her. Anybody that got offended by me bringing the truth to light, it's not to offend, but it's to start the conversation. So as if I'm gonna be in the R&B game, I'm gonna be pushing back. I'm having conversations today with people that actually will try to tell you how to produce a record or talk about a time, but they never talk about the feeling. They don't talk about the feeling no more. And so as I started the conversation, because I was like, man, there's so many talented artists that are out there. And I think this is, right now, we're going through an R&B renaissance. So I actually think that because of artists like yourself, like The Weeknd, you know what I'm saying? Like Chris Brown, of course, the king of R&B, list of names, LMA, because of that, there's a research.
Jasmine Sullivan had to throw
Jasmine Sullivan's on the album. She is, definitely one of the greats, one of my favorites. And there's such a resurgence that's going on right now. But the resurgence is at jeopardy because of the algorithm and because of who initially killed R&B. Now, R&B got killed, and I'm gonna give y'all the answer, who killed it, when you had these executives that never was about R&B, but the algorithm started, and the algorithm said dance music. And then so they would take our artists and say, yo, have them make dance music. The algorithm said they want it simpler. So then on your choruses, it was like no need for you to add an ad lib, you know? And so as R&B starts to have a renaissance, R&B is important for the balance and the frequency of life. Babies wouldn't be made without R&B. You know that babies would not be made without R&B. The frequency of love, something that you could go listen to when your heart is broke, something you could go listen to when you fall in love. And so that's what I'm here to unify us with, you know what I'm saying? Is that as R&B artists, as producers, you know, I feel like we should be heard more. And I started to bring this up because I got this record with her, and the record like a 5-6 minute long record. And that's just what I wanted to do. And I realized, man, like, yo, you got the opportunity to do that, but some other artists, they trying to make them forced and put them in a box. And that's what you can't do with R&B. Like, you can do numbers on hip hop because you understand the structure, but R&B is supposed to be able to have freedom to go to bridges, go to vamps, and do other things.
I was concerned about that, like, the time thing is really a thing. I've heard that a million times, like, oh, Summer, it's too long, it's too long, it's too long. Like, I remember when songs back in the day was literally like 6 minutes long, 5 minutes long, and it's okay. I mean, if it's fucking music, especially, like, let it go, let it, like, that is really a thing.
Well, I wanted to talk to you because you are definitely, you are great. You know, I tell her every time I see you, your voice, I pray to God this is not your last album. You know what I'm saying? And I want people to know that artists, this is a real thing about R&B in this conversation, because you have Tiana Taylor that retired. You got Summer Walker that's talking about retiring. It's because they tired of the motherfucking bullshit. That's what I'm bringing to the light. So please don't retire. Thank you for being on my album. Thank you for checking in with us. You know, we're going to be begging you to keep on putting out music. Shout out to Elvion and the whole crew over there. And it's just, thank you for your time, because your perspective is one of the most important perspectives out there, because your talent is at that level. You know what I'm saying? So just love.
You hearing that from a legend is crazy, so thank you.
It's the truth. And I look forward to us to making music together where there's no restrictions. Making more music where and we can just feel. And to all the R&B artists and producers, remember, it's about the feeling first, you know?
Call me.
I will. Love.
Bye. Thanks.
So, as y'all can see, I'm trying to really make sure that I redirect the conversation, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a person of love, you know what I'm saying? I'm here to bring a frequency. I'm here to bring music for the ladies, things for people to dance to. I'm not here to be divisive of new artists versus old artists versus other styles, different approaches, anything like that. But I'm always going to be here to challenge you to be the greatest you. I'm going to challenge your vocals. I'm going to challenge you to get off the auto-tune. I'm going to challenge you to bare your soul. I'm going to challenge you to be a man and cry on a record. I'm going to challenge you to love a woman. I'm going to challenge you to have foreplay. I'm going to challenge you to keep your stroke on for a 10-minute record. I'm going to challenge you. I'm back in the game. I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge the conversation, and you don't have to agree with me. You know what I'm saying? But this is important for the whole thing. You got to be part of the conversation. This man, my man right here, he knows he stays in the conversation. What's up, T?
What's going on, my man? How you feeling?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm on top and rising, man. Couldn't be better.
It's so crazy. I'm on a love frequency, but you know I got a mean toxic side to me. And nigga, when I be throwing that Playboy on, I can leave that bitch on motherfucking repeat. Out of my R&B artists, that I don't know if people would know that you are one of my favorite R&B artists.
Wow, that's
what I'm listening to in the crib when you know what I'm saying, when I'm doing my thing, and you know what I'm saying, with my lady, when I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
When I'm in that motherfucking vibe, and everybody got to start front. When they get in that vibe, they know they go get some of that Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez got a good 6 joints on the smashing playlist.
Now look, that's a fact. I'm here to touch on everything that you're talking about, and I don't think that you was wrong for saying what you said either. I think that it needs to be said more unapologetically so that niggas can understand what's really going on. The reality of the situation is like you got artists, even like Summer, and by the way, before I even say anything, Summer, I love your music. I love her, everything about her art, her creativity, and like her rawness, and just like everything about her. And like even like how she's saying, I would love to put out this type of album, but I don't know if anybody will listen to Summer. I promise you, me by myself will make that shit go platinum. I'll listen to that shit 100,000 times. My thing is just like, it's not that R&B is dead. There's incredible artists out. There's incredible R&B artists out every single day. The problem is the culture of R&B is dead, and that's just what it is. Like you got a lot of because you know we're in a time where there's a lot more controversy and a lot of a shock factor and stuff like that. They highlight in the moments when the OGs is beefing with the young niggas and it's a king of R&B thing, and or the competition moments, and it's not really about who's making great music, which OGs is leaning down and making music with the young niggas. The state of where we're at with it, and even like just people in general that love R&B. It's not that we're saying, you know, there's not good R&B out. There will always be R&B out. Yeah. The problem is right now is that I think down the line, there started to be this thing where it's like, yo, I can't do R&B unless it's as raw and rugged as what I'm hearing outside. And now it's like this thing where it's like, it gotta be toxic. Yo, as a nigga who started and been doing this toxic shit for about 8-9 years on the R&B, it don't gotta be toxic, my nigga. I wanna hear about love again. I wanna hear about, you know what I'm saying? I wanna be able to, there's not a moment. The problem is like, I feel like there's not enough moments in R&B now. There's not enough times where we able to be. There was always a moment in the club when you used to be chilling with your girl or something, and you reach for her face and you singing the music in her face, and there's not the moment for that no more. You feel what I'm saying? So it's the culture of it that I think is dead. It's not the I think there's incredible artists out right now, but it's the culture and it's the direction and where we're going with it. It's only going to a place that's like this dark, like not about love thing where it's just about and then, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a nigga who make that type of music, but I'm even saying like, yo, I'm even like at a place where it's like I want to do something different. Hence why my last project was Alone at Prom, and it was nothing like anything that niggas was doing, because I was like, yo, you know what? Fuck these niggas. It's not like niggas is playlisting me anyway, nigga. I'm just drop my shit, nigga.
Do. Fuck these niggas.
And from that point on, and I'm gonna let every artist notice, and every R&B artist notice, the second that I decided to say, fuck this shit and fuck what you niggas was talking about, I'm gonna drop this, I'm gonna go all 80s on niggas. I'm gonna do some shit niggas ain't even doing.
Right.
That was the moment that people looked at my music and were like, yo, this is some of the best music that you've ever released. And if I didn't take that time and I didn't take that moment to say, yo, fuck it, I'm gonna be fearless, it wouldn't be nothing for niggas to look at and be like, yo, I'm gonna be fearless too.
Yeah.
And the reality of it is like us as the young niggas and us as the young generation right now, we gotta realize we hold way more weight than we think. Like, for instance, like, and not to just keep bringing up as a comparison, but like even with Summer Walker, it's like sometimes I see Summer Walker say, yo, I don't want to do music no more. I don't want to, and to me, it's like, yo, that breaks my heart, because I'm like, yeah, music. I you know what I'm saying? Like, but we got to remember that we are actually more of a bigger voice. Our voice is like 100 times multiplied to regular people that are actively trying to be writers or musicians. And when we say stuff or when we do stuff, we got to realize like people are really looking at us for, this is just how I need to look at it, because this person looks at it like that. And what I've realized is just like, we need to be more innovative on just bringing that feeling back and bringing moments back to R&B. You know what I'm saying? And that will really bring the culture back to me.
I'm gonna tell you a crazy thing. is there's really not a platform for love. The way they got this algorithm programmed, they just got it really programmed for, like, you know, not a balance of love. You know what I'm saying? So thinking like about an artist like you, and you got a record, a love record, it's almost like, and you bearing your soul to a woman, it's not even a place. Then a playlist may not even put you in playlist because your shit got too much love in it. You know what I'm saying?
For real. For
and
real.
That's what I'm trying to say. Who is controlling the frequency and the vibration? Because there's fear that's in the air about being free. You're a certain type of cat. You
I want to say
zero fucks a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, but you got to think about other people that have the talent that's just stuck in the studio like, oh my God, what I do? I can't sing what God gave me in my voice to sing.
I'm outside. I'm in the studio sessions with niggas all the time. And sometimes I'll go into an OG nigga session, like one of the big R&B, I ain't saying no names or nothing, but I'll go into like one of the niggas from our time, and it'll be like, yo, I can't wait to make music with this nigga. And this happened countless times. I go in the studio, and when I get there, it's always this hesitation of like, yo, listen to these records. The records are always great. They sound like how they used to sound. They may not sound like how our records sound, but they sound like how they're supposed to sound. And the music that's supposed to, that I feel like some of the OGs are supposed to be releasing, it's like this hesitation, like this like, yo, nah, I'm out of tune with what you're doing. I want to do what you're doing. And I'm like, nigga, I want to do what you're doing. The fuck are you talking about? But what niggas don't understand is like, we're only doing what we're doing because I feel like some of the OGs never really leaned down to show us how to do what they did. It just became this thing where it's like, now the OGs want to, it's just like, nah, if our shit isn't dark and toxic, then it's not gonna go right. Yeah. It's like, nah, nigga, we need the advice. We need all of the 2 cents that you have that shows us how to make records, that shows us how to do harmonies again, that show us how to make shit sound great. The things that you guys all must have somehow knew in this time when you were all recording these records. We need those. We need those gems so we can start making music like that. It's not that no one's controlling the algorithm, love. It's not that no one's controlling the algorithm. Okay. We're controlling the algorithm. And if we as R&B niggas and R&B people don't stand up as a community of people that start actually standing together and just making what the fuck we want, we're going to be in this place where we're never going to make what we want to make. And we're always going to be at this place where R&B is obsolete in the club. And all we're hearing is copy-pasted songs about niggas with these imaginary ops, all these fake-ass guns from Call of Duty, and all this shit that niggas is talking about. And there's never going to be that moment when we're in the club, they stop, they slow it down, you grab a shorty, and you know what I'm saying? There's not that time. You know, so the innovation has to be re-brought out from not only the OGs, but even us as the young generation of all of us doing R&B. And niggas got to do this one thing too. The R&B niggas is bougie. Stop that shit. We all need to work together. The problem is there's a lot of bougie shit going on. Because it's only some of us out, it's like, nah, I'm competition with that nigga because it's a scarcity of us. But that's really what the problem is. Back in the day, you had the niggas jumping on songs with each other. You know what I'm saying? You had moments. There's no more moments. There's a lot of bougie. I don't know if I should. It's not like how it used to be. The unity needs to be back into our community. I don't mean to.
I'm with you on that, and that's what this is really about. As I hear you talk about like OGs versus this and that, let's stop that right there. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody got something to learn something from no matter what age you are or what era or whatever that you came in. I'm glad this conversation is happening so everybody can stay, because I'm a unifier. You know what I'm saying? I'm not anybody that wants to like break people up or have us against each other, the different subgenres and the different styles. That's not the purpose. Is me recognizing and saying, like, you could be freer. Like, I love you as an artist. I'm listening to your music, and I know that there's more going on in your life. You know what I'm saying? And I know that, I mean, you gotta love. You know what I'm saying? But I know when a cat is in a trick bag in a position and he got some cut on his stuff. So now when I'm saying why you one of my favorite R&B artists, is that you ain't got no cut on your shit. You doing whatever the fuck you want
right now.
How you want to riff, doing whatever you want to do. And I'm saying it's important that whatever the producers that have the code, people that get together, I just wanted the energy. You know what I'm saying? We here to unify all of us together and talk about a platform that's important for us. As you know, we got to have that balance. It's part of our African American culture. Everything else has been erased. Now you don't have a representation of that blackness and that freeness the way we want to do it. Let me ask you this. Why don't you think cats use bridges or vamp out or do ad-libs?
It's disconnected. My fault. I didn't hear the last thing.
Yeah, it's all good. I said I wanted to ask you a question. Why don't you think cats do like bridges or vamp outs or have instrumentation or changes of B section?
I'm trying to tell you the difference is that the love is not, and I don't mean like as in like the love, like yo, we all love each other and that too, but the love is not being made in the music. And like I want to touch on something right quick. Like for instance, I seen Hitmaker say, you know, he didn't agree with us saying, you know, R&B is dead right now, right? And you know, somebody like Hitmaker, for instance, there's a structure that I feel like I make music on. I sample a lot. Hitmaker samples a lot. We sample a lot. And because the songs we're sampling are so big, sometimes you just kind of want to flip it and you want to do something different. And you want to do something that's quick and then something that's whatever the case is. But a lot of that time, and even I fall victim to this too, being that a lot of that's my fault too. Like niggas like me and niggas who kind of just go through the music fast and shit like that. Sometimes that's our fault too, because at the end of the day, we're not adding all the extras. Now, when I go do the Chicks tapes or when I do Playboy, that's why now everything is about the production. Niggas is sitting here getting the songs from the same 10 producers, the same beats is floating around through all of us, and we all sitting there, right? And remember, the beats is simple beats. Niggas is getting these beats out and getting them out and just sending them out. They're not taking the time to go sing, take the moment and be like, yo, we need to go make a bridge right now. Call the guitar nigga in, call this nigga in because it needs to sound more peaceful or whatever the case is, or call a sense in or whatever. We're not doing the extras to really make the songs no more. You know what I'm saying? And because it's becoming this copy paste, like, yo, we copy the bridge here, we do something like the original hook here, and we da 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 da. It's becoming to be this thing where it's just like, it's blah. And I think what niggas have to understand, and I'm telling y'all this just because I'm a nigga who really samples the whole industry right now, dog. There was a time when niggas said, yo, Tory, do not sample these type of records because they're too big. Like, it was like, of course, a lot of your records too. Like, yo, niggas, don't touch this record because don't touch a Shanti Foolish. Don't touch this type of record over here. It's too big. And I remember niggas was going crazy on me like, yo, but then now it's getting to this point where it's like, yo, niggas caught on to, nah, there's nostalgia in these records that we still can pull out. Now it's gotten to this carbon cut thing where niggas have gotten to a place where they simplify it and we're really living off the fact that the beat is the fucking sample of something we love. We don't even fucking like the song. We like the sample. We love the sample. We're in love with the sample, my nigga. Yeah. I'm hearing like 10 drill songs right now with amazing samples from everybody. And I don't know if I truly love the songs or if I love the samples. I love the samples though. That's really what it is. Because as a person and as an artist, you got to understand, like, I rap and sing. But when I'm doing R&B, what I'm referring to and what I'm pulling from are the places where these samples are coming from. It's that golden era of R&B. Now we're getting to a point where it's like, yo, if I just come up with a sample right now, then everybody 2004, yeah. I throw some drills on this joint right here.
Yeah.
I put a hook, say a little bit of dumb shit, boom, send it out. It's carbon cut, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Or
yeah,
better yet, it's a new rap song and I even will put the fucking sample of the actual original hook of the original song that I like as the hook. And as long as that shit plays, it's gonna give niggas nostalgia and they gonna sing it because they already know it. So it's like, it's taking the hardness away from artists to have to, you know?
Yeah.
So
I I definitely want to make sure that everybody knows that I give respect to all of the subgenres. Everybody doesn't have to sound the same. You ain't got to have the same style. You know, all I'm pushing for, though, is I'm introducing the love era. That's why I'm having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Sure. And I'm definitely here. If anybody any young artists want to work, want to produce, want to talk about even anything that I could share, because it is about teaching about song structure, arrangement, and different things like that a lot of cats ain't get. It's only a couple of people. We got Jermaine Dupri coming on a little later. He's going to be speaking about shit. But I definitely think this is a great time, since it got everybody so fueled up. Like, okay, is he talking about like old R&B versus new R&B? Nah, okay, the conversation is that we talking. Now let's come together and let's make some music for the ladies. Let's make some music to make love to. Let's make some music to have foreplay. Your niggas is moving too much. You're not taking your time. You're not caressing her. You're not even letting the record breathe, B. You're not letting the record breathe. And then you motherfucking going back and being dirty.
For sure.
And you're not happy. You know what I'm saying? And R&B is about making her happy. And that's my thing. And that's my opinion. That's my opinion. That's where it starts at, or from even a female perspective, the vulnerability. Yeah. But as you know, what I'm trying to bring to the game is something for us to, to connect with. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A frequency, a way a male and female could connect. It's where you could be on the motherfucking Cogs way or going up. You know what I'm saying? The FDR.
Queen Naj just said it the best. Niggas is just it's gotten to a place where in our generation we just scared to love, or we scared to be vulnerable enough to show that we're in love. Like, you get what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, I'm a tough nigga. I'm from where I'm from. I be in love, yo. You feel me? Like, these songs don't come out of nothing. Like, a nigga be in love. A nigga be
nigga, you love hard
over shit.
You got some real love hard bars.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm gonna let you get back to what you're doing. I just wanted to touch on those points, because I always felt like, yo, these may be the defining factors in us as youngins and us as young people right now, including you, all of us, just in our generation right now, just being young and vibrant enough to be outside and bringing that feeling back. And so if we all come together and again, I hate to make this rhyme, but put more unity in our community, if R&B, I think right now will step to the forefront, and it'll be what it's supposed to be. Because the reality of it is, when you talk about the algorithm and you say, yo, this is turning into this, the reality of it is, the reason why they stopped us from doing R&B is because it was the one thing, no disrespect, that the niggas had that white niggas wasn't really able to do like us. So they took it out because it was the one thing. White niggas can rap, they can sing too. White people can do everything. I'm not taking away. But this was the one thing we had that came from soul, came from our situation, came from our structure, community.
Yeah, and that's my big fire, passion, motivation, is that, like, I saw that taken away. I saw that magic taken away. I went to go see Jasmine Sullivan the other day, and I was, a couple of weeks back, and I was just like, man, like, you know, the way she sings and sounds and the way she just performs live and she's free, the shit is like, you know, she's like a black queen, you know, musical goddess. Incredible. You understand what I'm saying? Incredible. And there's like so many cats. I got hit with so many people that really want to give that love and give those vocals. It ain't set up. The game, that shit is dead. If you think you're gonna come out and put out like a 4-minute song and you're gonna showcase your vote, you ain't gonna have nowhere to play that.
That's a fact.
That's what I'm talking about.
And it shit gotta stop.
You killed on, we not gonna let them kill it, because we gonna come together. Yo, Tory, I'm finishing up my album. You know what I'm saying? I have everybody on. I don't see a name on there though, right there. We got Jasmine Sullivan, Party Next Door. We got The Weeknd. We got Babyface John. Yo, it's crazy. Hey, listen. We got her. I'm going in for 3 weeks. Listen, I'm doing a love camp for 3 weeks. And I'm going to set it up in Miami. I'm inviting all of the R&B producers out there. We're going to set up shit by the pool and thing in the back. And then in the back, we're going to take over whatever. And we're going to make some real music. And we're going to come and unify and get this conversation going. We're going to learn from each other.
I will be there.
Yeah, you be there? There we go.
And I just want to say in closing, like, I'm coming there with all types of vibes, even for the rest of this year. Like, as far as when it goes to being creative, I want all the R&B niggas to know, like, yo, don't stop yourself from being creative. And also, don't think you need to have some sort of package. I don't care if you fat, small, skinny, tall, whatever you are. I don't care if you got a nose like Big Bird, nigga. Go after your shit. That's what makes you unique, and that's what makes us love you. So at the end of the day, bro, I'll be there in Miami. I'm coming with all kind of vibes. 60s,
That's right.
80s, 90s. I'm not playing.
Let's go. We have our first super producer signed up for the Love Records, finishing up my album, Camp. I don't know what to call it yet, but you know. But yo, we definitely gotta connect, King. And I appreciate you calling in, man.
Always love, my brother.
I do agree on what you said. It's not a lot of earth-shattering albums out right now. And I think just like everybody chill.
I'm about to drop December. I'm gonna drop an earth-shattering one.
Oh, you dropping an earth-shattering one? Okay, cool. I just wanted to
it might be kind of
check this out. Me too.
All up, my brother.
In November though. You got September. I'm coming in November.
That's fine.
Winter's coming and winter's mine.
Love, my brother. I got you.
Love.
Sure.
Love. Oh.